Hi there, my name is Cupicate, and welcome back to WolfQuest with our sweet Willow, the haunted one. It has been a really long time since we've played, and I was hesitant to do an episode this week because she's still just a little bit ahead as far as pounds go between pups of Stygander and Charm. Charm is catching up quite a bit. Stygander is a little bit behind, but that's all right. I still think we can continue, and so here we are. We just moved to the tree den in the middle of the map, which is very important. Willow is here, and she is happy to be here, but which Willow is it? It looks like our spirit Willow is the one who is active today. She's excited that the sun is out. There's a breeze wisping through the grasses, and she is eager to get out, but her body is so very tired. She decides to go and check on these little pups who she now feels almost like an older sibling to. And she checks on them, and she decides to snuggle up to them, remembering the things that her mother said to her once again, and she sleeps. Spirit Willow is still very much active when she awakens. The pups are still happy in between her paws. She feels so big today. Like she doesn't feel comfortable in her own size. She looks at their small bodies and thinks, I'm so big, because she remembers being small. It's an uncomfortable feeling, but it also gives her that initiative to be protective of these pups. Even though she's not a mother and she will never be a mother, she feels those instincts arise in her. She wonders if those are a part of her very soul, or if it's simply just something that happens inside this body that she lives in. But as she sits and ponders these things, her belly grumbles and she leaves the den. Amor is here to greet her. He realizes immediately that this is Spirit Willow just based off of her expression. She always looks really nervous when she sees Amor. And so he is telling the pups to go back in. Spirit Willow will encourage for the same to happen because he is going to take Spirit Willow on an adventure today and show her exactly how to look for baby ungulates. It is that time of year, and Amor is excited to teach Spirit Willow a new thing. He kind of looks at her a bit more as a child, as weird as that is. And so he's training her to be a full-grown wolf. And this is another way that he can do it. However, before the two leave, I think that we need to check on these pups who we haven't seen in a really long time. So we have Fang, who is our firstborn female. She is 14.9 pounds. These pups are so close to being able to go to the summer rendezvous site. We have Ambrose, a male, who is 13.8 pounds. Barrow, another male, or Barrow, another male, who is 14.9 pounds. Moon, another male, 14.4 pounds. And Kylo, another male, 13.9 pounds. So Fang is actually their only female pup. But they're all very, very close. Now we just have to keep them fed. Amor is very happy to see that Spirit Willow is actually willing to listen today. He is kind of following her lead a little bit, but kind of egging her on of where to go. He reminds her gently, "What do you smell?" So in some ways, this is like a mentor and apprentice type of situation. He's always careful to give her space because even though this Willow shares the same body as his mate, he knows this is not his mate, and so he's always very respectful, keeping his distance, and their relationship is more simple. So automatically, Spirit Willow smells mule deer in the distance, and he says that's good. This time of year, the mule deer will have their babies and leave them in the tall grasses. If we follow that scent, it's possible we'll come across a mother. And so the two will go off together in search of a baby ungulate to bring back to their babies. Oh, and while they're at it, Amor will slightly hint, have you been keeping up with the territory like I told you to? And Spirit Willow will have to fold her ears back and admit that she hadn't. And so they'll work on it while they're out today. Amor is still trying to enforce these things into her because these are important. Not just for her, but for the Willow that lives inside of her, their puppies, and even Amor's safety, even though he's capable of protecting them. So the two run across a buck mule deer, and that's not exactly what they were looking for. And so Amor lays down, trying to think about a different plan of action. So once again, he asks her, what do you smell? He has caught the scent of an elk, but he wants her to catch it. And she smells it just a little bit over that hill. And he says that that is very good, that she's catching up very quickly in what she must learn to survive. And so she's following the scent so diligently, wanting to impress Amor that she is actually paying attention. Amor howls, announcing that he sees something in the distance, and indeed there is an elk herd. Now that isn't exactly what they were looking for, but the two adults are very hungry, and so he asks her, are you up for a hunt? Do you want to test your skill? Spirit Willow is nervous, but she's always been very curious and courageous, and so she leaps right into it. She's hungry after all. Her belly has been grumbling since she woke up. She wants food, and so she isn't about to pass up this opportunity, not only to learn, but to eat. One elk falls to the ground, but it's still really healthy. A whole nother herd, what? As they run, Spirit Willow is asking, why are they so fast and strong? And Amor says that the elk gets stronger this time of year. And so you have to single them out. Oh. Amor yells for Spirit Willow to run. Looks like 3 wolves have caught them in their territory. Oh, that's so scary. They're going after Amor. Whew. That was very close. Amor is checking Willow to make sure she's all right. She is. She's kind of mad. She has that childish, like, those bullies. But Amor reminds her that they would have to do the same. If other pack members were caught in their territory, they too would have to chase them out because that's what you're supposed to do. Willow's a bit frustrated with their luck. She's following more elk scents and hopes that it's what Amor intended for them to find. It's another herd, but the two decide they're going to take a risk. Ah! Ah! No. Ooh. Ow! Oh, poor Willow has gotten run over twice, unfortunately. Amor is now injured a bit, but they did find a cow that was kind of weak. But they keep running into the border. I really hate that the elk can escape into the border. I feel like they shouldn't. Like, there should be an invisible wall that pushes them back. It's super annoying that they can be protected by the border. Hi, Floppy! Finally a little luck. The cow elk they were following has fallen. They're going to get a chance, but they have been driven so far away from the den. The two are exhausted. Amor is worn out. Willow is worn out. They can barely grip this elk anymore. Ow! Willow is now very injured. The elk, in a last attempt to fight, cracked Willow's front leg. And Amor took it down, more out of fear than anything, but now the two can at least eat. They'll be slowed down by this, but Amor tells her not to worry. Most of what they'll be doing from now on won't require this amount of hunting. Oh my gosh, Willow's health! I just noticed how bad her health is! We gotta stay away from these coyotes. Now they just need to make the journey back home. We just need to be careful. If Willow so much as stubs her toe, she's gonna fall unconscious forever. Whew! That last hit from that elk was like unnecessary. 173 damage. I did roll for accurate today, unfortunately. Looks like it was just meant to be an accurate day. Amor is running from side to side and making sure that she is protected, watching for predators, watching for other wolves even. At least he's looking out for her. So Amor takes a small moment to show Spirit Willow, even though she is feeling horrible right now, that right there is a mother mule deer. And that mothers hide their fawns in the grass nearby, and that they're good meals for pups. And so he asked, do you want to take a quick look to see if we can't find an easy meal for the pups, or do you want to go back? Her foot hurts, her body is sore, she just wants to sleep. But she's trying to show that she's strong. And when the pups come to mind, she thinks, well, I need to feed my siblings, because that's how she views them now. And so she's gonna take a chance and have a quick look around. And strangely, the very first bush that she looks in has the fawn, almost as if something led her there, something warm and familiar. And with that, she takes the prize in her mouth and she is ready to deliver it to these puppies, who she sees as her very own siblings. And here are the puppies! Willow, with as much strength as she can possibly show, puts down the fawn and just lays down. She hopes that's enough food for all the pups because she doesn't have the energy and she needs all the food she can get. Amor congratulates her and tells the pups, look what Willow brought back. Now that the pups have gotten older, Amor and our living Willow have explained to the pups what's going on. Living Willow was very nervous about doing that, but Amor said, this is a part of you and who you are, and your pups should know every part of you. And so now the pups understand, and they know the difference between their mom Willow and Spirit Willow. And so they too are thankful and grateful. They're pouncing around, proud of their big sister. It looks like the fawn was plenty of food, and with that, Spirit Willow goes to sleep with no energy left to spare. Spirit Willow is still with us when she awakens. The pups are finishing up the fawn, but Amor and Spirit Willow are still very tired. They don't have a lot of energy from the other day, and they too need to save their food as much as they can of it. It's the middle of the night, and Spirit Willow is tucked in with these pups she has grown to love so much. But that is all the time I have for this episode. It was chaos. But it was a lot of fun to bring Willow back and to see Spirit Willow trying to grow as a wolf. The wolf that she should have grown into but never had the chance. But now here it is. Living Willow is allowing her this chance. Amor is giving her this chance, and these puppies are her purpose behind it all. I hope you liked this episode. Tickle and poke the like button if you did. Subscribe to join our family if you haven't already, and jingle the bell to get notified for more of our WolfQuest stories. I love you guys. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next week for more of Willow, the haunted one. Bye!